back at Natalie's Royal Haven here, and I am going to be tearing into this potted plant. This is something that I received from one of my bosses at work when I was off having my surgery. And I can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, I think there's 5 different plants in here. And I think they have different care requirements because some are doing well and some are not. So today I'm just going to dig in. I'm going to get my fingers dirty and we're going to pull apart each one. We're going to see what we have here. So sounds good. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm sure you'd rather see the plant than see myself right now because it is muggy, muggy, muggy. My hair is very curly, very frizzy. But anyhow, let's just get into this plant. Comes with a nice little basket. It's like it's all going to come out in one piece. Wow, we definitely got some good roots going on in there. Okay, that's what was left of the basket. Let's see what we got here. Take all this moss out. I guess I should have a garbage can nearby. All right. The first plant that I noticed the roots look excellent on, the plant also looks excellent. And this looks to be like some form of a Dracaena. If you know the type it is, please feel free to comment below. If not, I will be looking it up and let you know in a later video. But that's my very first plant in there, and look at the roots. These roots are awesome looking. I haven't had a Dracaena in a while. I'll have to look up care, I think, before I decide what pot it's going to go in. But there's my first one. Is a Dracaena. Okay. Second one I got here. And this is a peace lily. Again, the roots look really good, but it looks like it's ready for something bigger. So we will be putting this one in something. I know it's not going to be terracotta because these hate to dry out. And this one's looking a little droopy right now. It's ready for a watering. So I will be repotting that one up into something that will maintain the moisture. All right, that's number 2. And we got a third one here. This looks like to be like an arrowhead plant, I want to say. I'm not too familiar with these types of plants. It's just been something I've never really dabbled in. So, but I'm curious to see how this one's going to turn out. So again, if I'm calling it arrowhead plant, but I'm sure there's maybe a better name for it. If you know what it is, please let me know. And let's see how the roots here on this one don't look as good. They're actually pulling apart a little bit. I think I have to do a little bit more work on this one. And by the way, my peace lily, I think I'm going to pot that up and give it to my mother-in-law. So she lives with us. She's actually upstairs in a different room right now. So I'll probably pot that up and take it into her. And then this is my little arrow plant, arrowhead, I think. And I'm going to have to cut the roots on this one. The roots, like we got some dead leaves and some dead roots, and we're just going to clean this one up a little bit. Okay, we got 3 plants so far. Here's number 4 right here. A heartleaf philodendron. And I did have one of these at one time. It did really good for a long time, and then it just kind of got weird, and I think I ended up giving it away. I don't remember. But I no longer have it. Excuse me. But guess what? We can try again. And that's what I'm going to do. We've got a little bit of wet, soggy roots in this one as well. So this one's going to need a little bit more care. I will clean it up and repot it back up. So there's my heartleaf philodendron. That's number 4. Number 5, and this is the one that really made me realize I needed to get into this plant. I think it's a coffee plant. I believe I had one at one time, and I think that's what this is. However, it's not looking so good. So let's see what's going on with these roots. So I think it's a coffee plant. If you think it's something else, let me know. And then I'm going to turn off for now, and I'll be back and show you my finished products. Okay, I'm back. I spared you all the super boring details of what I did with each of the plants that were in that basket. And I did have 5 different plants. I actually broke them out into 6. My heartleaf philodendron had a few stragglers that I just put in a smaller other container. So I'll show you what I ended up with. This is the peace lily. I put that in a plastic container. I did just water it. This one was droopy already, so I think by the end of the day it should pop back up. So I'm going to go ahead and give that to my mother-in-law. But that's the first plant I had. Second plant, I'll push that out of the way, would be my, what I'm going to call arrowhead plant, unless someone tells me something different. And I don't know anything about arrowhead or what type this is, but I went ahead and put it in a terracotta pot, and we'll just see how it does. If it starts to not like it, then, you know, I might try something different. But for right now, it's in the terracotta pot. I had one handy. It was the right size, so that's what I did with that. Third plant I have here is the Dracaena. This is probably going to be my favorite one. It's got 3 different areas where we have the leaves branching out of. So I really do like this. Dracaenas are easy. I had one before. I don't know. I think I just got bored with it. And I don't have it any longer, but you know what? I'm going to give this one a good shot. Maybe I can turn it into a big tree. So there's my Dracaena. And the rest of them I stuck in the basket, even though they're in their own pots. So here's the rest. We have the heartleaf philodendron. And I did put this in this clay pot. And then in the process of these 2 did not have very deep roots. So instead of putting it in with the main plant, I just put it separately, and I actually knocked 2 leaves off while I was planting it. So I don't know if this one's going to make it or not, but that's the rest of my heartleaf philodendron. Last plant I have here is, and I'm running out, I only have so much room on my desk, people. So last one I have here, it's what I'm calling the coffee plant, unless you let me know it's something different. This is the one that I'm not so sure it's going to make it. And I just put it in one of these cheap containers because I don't really care about it that much. If it lives, it lives. But I have a feeling it may not. So, but I've got them all watered. I watered all my other plants today, and I used a bonsai fertilizer. It had the right numbers on it as far as what I needed. I needed a little boost of nitrogen on my other plants, And the bonsai, it was left over from when my husband was doing bonsais. And I watered my whole entire collection, and that includes these plants as well, with the bonsai fertilizer. I want to say it was 936 count. And I've never used it before. I've only used very, very mild fertilizers and plant food. So I'm crossing my fingers, hoping I'm going to have some really good growth on my other plants as well. But wanted to show you what I did today besides watering. So if you like what you see and you want to see more, please subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.